I want to obviously focus on the Asia region, which remains one of the most dynamic regions within the OIC.
Correct.
So how has demand for ICIEC services evolved across Asian member countries?
I think it's a very different times we are going through, and with the perceived risk across multiple geographies increasing, I think that has emerged into better or more opportunities for ICIEC services and products. ICIEC position itself is as an enabler of trade and investments in our member countries, and especially South-South trade. We are really committed to play our role in improving lives in our member countries. So Asia has emerged as increasing demand, as well as increased challenges in these regions as well.
Right.
If you may know, I think the GDP forecast as per the World Bank and IMF has been challenging for Asia so far, except few countries. And we are looking forward to play an important role here to support our member countries to de-risk the trade and investment, hence prospering the economies in these countries.
Right, so on that, which Asian markets are currently seeing or presenting the strongest opportunities for trade and investment support?
See, if I take any specific name, it would be unfair. but we have seen demands emerging from multiple angles. So you have to understand ICIEC eligibility criteria entails that we can support exports emanating out of our member countries going anywhere in the world, and vice versa. We can also support imports coming into our member countries. So we see a very strong demand from Central Asia. We see some very strong demand from Far East as well, as well as subcontinent. But I think Central Asia has been the focus for the last couple of months, I believe.
Okay, great. And you mentioned risks that member countries are facing today. So what are the most common risks you would say that are faced by exporters and investors operating again across this region?
Right. I think the very simple answer is that exporter is concerned about his payment, and that payment can be lost because of a failure, of a default, as well as multiple commercial risks which we insure, in addition to the political risk as well. So ICIEC products covers comprehensive risk. When we say comprehensive risk, this includes commercial risk and political risk as well. Now, given the nature of ICIEC services, for political risk, investments are important decisions for any investor. And for any investor, there are three standard risks which are extremely important when it comes to going to a new market. That includes nationalization, expropriation, currency transfer restriction, and civil disturbance and war. And I think these are the risks which we have seen coming across as the highest demand. So our services will really help the investors to make their investment decision, especially when it comes to going into perceived risky markets. But I think ICIEC has really played an important role in communicating the message that come to our member countries, play a role in directing those investments into sectors which play an important role in improving lives and creating employment opportunities.
Of course, great. And how can institutions like ICIEC help further trade and investment connectivity between Asia, the GCC, and just other OIC regions in general?
Very good question. I think from my perspective, I call ourselves bridging the gap and enabling the trade. And that is a very important part of our mission and vision statements, that we enable the trade. We bridge the confidence gap. So if a bank wants to finance a transaction and exporter is having a fear of losing that money, we bridge that gap. We encourage exporters that you export, we will take care of the payment risk, as well as supporting financial institutions that we enable the funding. Right? Without us, maybe the funding might not happen, trade might not happen. So I think we are playing a very important role in bridging the gaps, particularly intra-OIC trade. So ICIEC has ensured approximately more than $100 billion of trade and investment in the last 30 plus years. Out of that, I think approximately 40 to 50% was intra-OIC trade, which we have facilitated, which is a very important part of the overall strategy of IDB Group, because we have to act as one group. So intra-OIC trade, we have facilitated transaction into multiple sectors. health sector, energy infrastructure, green energy, as well as food and food security.
Right.
So hence, I think we are proud of the role which we have played, and we are looking forward to massively increase that portfolio in our member countries.
Right. And just speaking of the ISDP group as a whole, the theme for the annual meetings is regional integration for sustainable prosperity. So how core or how central is sustainability to ICIEC's solutions and operations?
See, we, as part of a multilateral organization, it is an important element of our decision-making process.
Right. Great.
But for the group, I think sustainability and climate finance is an extremely important part of the equation.
Right. And certainly because these are the themes that have emerged from the past 2-3 days. Discussions have revolved around these core themes. So yes, thank you very much again for your time and insights on
Thank
this.
you for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.